All right, time for our Week 16 picks. Let's see if we can't make a little money. Been a tough year this year. Been nothing more than a coin flipper. 25, 25, and 2 the overall record on our picks. Fortunately, we've done better in college football, which has kept us afloat. But there's no reason we can't be just like last year's New York Giants and get hot this time of year and ride it all the way through the Super Bowl. So hopefully that'll start this week. There are 4 games I like tomorrow. Want to start right here in Jacksonville. I am broadcasting, of course, from Ponte Vedra, right outside of Jacksonville. The New England Patriots come to town tomorrow to take on the Jags. New England is currently installed as a 14-point favorite on BETDAQ. This is the most an opponent has ever been favored in what formerly was known as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium. It's now called Everbank Field. Jags have been a franchise for 18 years. They have never been 14-point home underdogs, but it is certainly warranted this week. The Jags at 2-12. They're terrible on offense, terrible on defense, ranked 31st in the NFL in both categories. New England has the best offense in the NFL. Number 1 in the league in total yards, number 1 in points per game. They average 36 points per game, a full 7 more points than any other team in the NFL. I guess you can see where I'm going with this. I do like New England minus 14. Now, I understand that laying double-digit numbers in the NFL is tough to begin with. Laying a 14-point number on the road, hey, I've seen a lot of people this week that are liking Jacksonville just based on that alone. And really, that's the only argument you can make for Jacksonville, is that it's just obscene for a team in the NFL to be a 14-point home underdog. But quite frankly, that argument is not good enough for me. I've seen the Jags. They've lost already 5 times this season at home by 17 points or more. They get blown out all the time at home. And New England, if you've noticed this year, they're not afraid to run out the score a little bit. Since Josh McDaniels has come back as the offensive coordinator calling plays again, this New England offense has returned to the type of offense they were in 2007 when they can really step on your throat. And if they can total 84 points in their last 2 games, they can break the NFL single-season scoring record, which they set in 2007, the last time Josh McDaniels was calling plays. So really think this sets up for a New England blowout. I think New England's going to be up around 10 to 14 points at halftime. And as we said, this is not a team that gets conservative in the second half. They do go for the jugular. I think they're going to keep on throwing the ball. I expect Tom Brady to still be in the game in the fourth quarter, even though it's sure to be a laugher by that point. And I do like the New England Patriots to cover 14 points. Next game I want to talk about, the Dallas Cowboys hosting the New Orleans Saints. Dallas is installed as a 1-point favorite right now on BETDAQ. The Cowboys desperately need this game. They're tied with the Washington Redskins and the New York Giants at 8-6 for first in the NFC East. The Saints don't have anything to play for anymore, but that didn't seem to bother them last week when they beat the Tampa Bay Bucks 41-0, and I do like New Orleans' chances in this game. The Cowboys have been extremely unreliable all season. They have a habit of falling behind early in games, and the New Orleans offense is too good. They cannot do that this week because even though the Dallas offense is pretty good themselves and they've shown the ability to come back, and I know New Orleans does rank last in the league in total defense, I just think the Saints' offense is too good. I think they're going to keep on scoring. I look for a high-scoring game here, and I think New Orleans is going to pull out the win. You got to there's nothing more dependable in the NFL than Drew Brees, this New Orleans Saints passing offense. Once again, second in the NFL in pass yards per game this year. And even though Dallas has improved in the secondary, I don't like their chances of staying with this Saints offense. And Dallas's offense, even though, like I said, I expect them to get something going themselves, they've been the type of offense that shoots themselves in the foot throughout the year. They have not been able to get out of their own way, and I think that's going to hold true on Sunday in New Orleans. I do not think the Dallas Cowboys are a playoff team, and I think we're going to see that. I guess I said on Sunday in New Orleans. I'm in on Sunday in Dallas against the Saints. Again, I don't think the Cowboys are a playoff team. I think we're going to see that on Sunday. I like the Saints +1 to get the victory in Dallas. Next game I want to talk about another NFC East team, except for this time I like the NFC East team. I like the New York Giants -1 on the road in Baltimore. Both these teams have struggled recently. The Giants getting beat 34-0 last week in Atlanta. Baltimore's lost 3 straight games. Now, the Ravens have locked up a playoff berth, but if they lose this week and lose next week in Cincinnati, they're probably not going to win the AFC North. And when you look at the Ravens right now, they're just not a very good team. 26th in the NFL in total defense, 21st in total offense. Jim Caldwell, this will be his second game calling plays after Cam Cameron was fired a couple of weeks ago. Did not go well for Caldwell in that Ravens offense last week against Denver. And even though I expect them to have more success in this game because the Giants are not as good on defense as the Denver Broncos, I don't think they're going to be able to hold up against a New York Giants passing attack. The Giants 6th in the league in pass yards per game right now. 9th in the league in pass yards per game, 6th in the league in total offense. Sometimes I get these stats a little confused in my head. Bottom line is, Eli Manning, Hakeem Nicks, Victor Cruz, after getting shut out last week, I really think they're going to get it going this week on the road in Baltimore. I know over the last couple of years, the Ravens have been a great home team. They had won 15 straight home games before these last two games. They've lost their last two in a row at home, but this isn't the same Ravens team. They're not good on defense. They're below average on offense, and I expect them to get beat on Sunday by the New York Giants. I am on New York -1 in that game. The final game, the Sunday night game, my favorite game of the week, really like Seattle at home, +1 against the San Francisco 49ers. Both these teams have been playing great football lately. I think it's a really nice sell-high time for the Niners after they beat New England on the road last week. Now, you might say it could be a sell-high time for Seattle because they've won their last two games by a combined score of, I believe, 108-17, something like that. First NFL team since 1950 to score 50 points back-to-back weeks. The reason I don't think it's sell high with Seattle's undervalued here. They're an underdog. This is a team that, again, has won their last two games, 118 or whatever, 108-17. They're the best home team in the NFL. 6-0 at home this year, 6-0 against the spread at home. They almost beat the Niners early in the year in San Francisco. San Francisco pulled out a 13-6 win in that game. I think Seattle is the better team right now. Seattle has gotten better and better throughout the season, and I know the Niners are playing good football right now as well, 4-1 since Colin Kaepernick took over as starter. I would be betting on Seattle in a neutral field right now. I think they're a slightly better team, and they're the best home team in the NFL. I do like the Seattle Seahawks +1 to get a win against their division rival on Sunday night. There you have it. Those are my four games. New England -14, New Orleans +1, the New York Giants -1, and Seattle +1. I wish you best of luck tomorrow in whatever you decide to do, just so long as your interests don't conflict with my interests.